All right, everyone. So it is 5:25 p.m. and as you can see, I'm not dressed. And just eating breakfast for dinner, essentially. I did have some red grapes, some watermelon, and I think that's it. I think that's all I've had so far today. So I made this breakfast burrito with paste salsa, and I'm gonna eat that. But essentially just starting the clips for today, with exception of the one from my back door this morning, my bedroom door this morning, with the colorful sky and mountains that I had to try and get at least the tiniest amount to share that beauty with you all. It's just been a really hard past few weeks, honestly. We really look at the totality, it's been years. But it's just been, and really too, just the past few months. And I'm really trying to find what is going to work for me. What is sustainable for my life? What is a good balance of everything? And I've been behind on posting videos. I'm mostly getting caught up on that today, but really just had a lazy day today with Zombie. We just woke up a little late and then just lounged on the couch and watched TV until he went to work, and watched a movie rather. And then I started working on the videos that I was behind on. And I do want to also make some things clear. Okay, YouTube removed one of my videos, and I did appeal it, and thankfully they granted that appeal and it's back. But it was essentially removed for promoting binging. And I want to make it so extremely clear. It is not okay to binge on any substances. I'm not an advocate for binging. I'm actually only realizing with these videos the major extent it has in my own life. And what I need to do to fix that. And how I'm going to fix it, and what needs to be fixed. Where does it stem from originally? And again, not just the eating, but the drinking and everything. So I do want to make it very clear. I do not promote or encourage the use of substances, especially as a way to cope, because we can see how that works. It doesn't. I'm also never encouraging binging. It's just not healthy. I cannot stress that enough. It's not. And again, I'm really just trying to heal myself, figure out the whys behind the behavior so I can live a balanced life that is sustained in a healthy way. So I just wanted to clear that up. I don't know if I may continue to mention that more throughout the videos, but then again, I hope not, because I hope that goes away, right? The idea is, okay, now I have a better idea as far as how I was behaving. I need to really address this behavior. And so hopefully it stops and we won't be talking about it anymore. So we'll just see how that goes. As far as the outfit for the day, oh my God, I'm really supposed to get dressed at 5:30 p.m. I have no motivation, but I do plan on taking a walk today still. So, I'll put some clothes on and take a walk in a while. But I just wanted to give an update as far as where I'm at. Took a lot of today off, in a sense, from recording. Same with yesterday's video too. Just, I've noticed how much the recording can take away from the time I do share with Zombie, which can be very limited. And so as much as I like to share us and my life and just everything, it goes back to balance and what's sustainable and what's healthy. And he doesn't care. He doesn't care at all. I care, and I would much rather us have some time where we know it's just our sacred time together. So just want to fill in on that too. I'm going to eat and we'll update with a walk here in a moment. And an outfit. I'm going to get dressed. Wow, I'm driving to take my walk, and the pressure for the tires came on, so I was just checking and they're good. But wow, check out the view of the lake from here, and the hill I walked for the month of June is right there. But what an incredible view from here. I'm trying to find the park I'm gonna walk at today, so that's what I'm doing right now. Here we are at Broadmoor Valley Park. Pretty simple park here, but I'm gonna see if there's some additional trails back there. Looks like there might be, so we'll see, because this is like maybe half a mile around, I would say. We are pretty close to the mountains right now. There is Will Rogers Shrine that I've pointed out before. And an absolutely incredible neighborhood with the homes around here. Now, you know, I might do this, but I am curious because I can see what looks like maybe some water here, I'm assuming. And so I'm curious if there's a path around here that we can walk like that way. Oh, no water. And then it's blocked off there. So that is a no. I mean, oh, that's not a path. Maybe, I don't know. I don't think it would be safe to walk it. In the event that it rains and floods, you just never know here. So fun fact, I believe I was in the 4th grade. No, yes. Okay, ooh, let's check out these pretty flowers. Okay, so the fun fact is that when I was, again, in about 4th grade, I entered a contest, and it was a flash flood contest. So it was, you know, making a picture regarding what would you do, what should you do in the event of a flash flood. Lo and behold, and surprisingly to me, I won. So that was pretty cool. I won for my grade within the state. So I won $50, and I got to meet the governor, who at the time was Roy Romer, I believe. I can't remember. But pretty cool, neat little bit of information there. I'm also so excited to see the colors in the sky tonight. So while I am definitely not fond of these later walks, I am so excited and happy to see those colors in the sky. It's a vibe, right?
Bless you.
All right, it doesn't look like any additional paths. So I'm gonna loop the park again and maybe walk the neighborhood. Wait, let's see what this is. Okay. I don't think I like how that feels like in somebody's backyard. Just turn around. Okay. Almost back to the car, but again, I think I'm at like 0.47. So I was almost spot on with it being half a mile, but that did include me veering off the sidewalk. So going to do it again, and then I do want to just sit in the grass because I think by then the sky is going to change for us and we'll have a really great view here in a moment. That's the hope. So we'll see. Actually gonna add in this little loop here down to the stop sign, across, and then back up and around the park. Okay, gonna make a left at the stop sign there, over, across, and a reverse loop. And again, just reversing the loop. I think it's starting right over there. There's already a lot of color in the sky, like the different shades of gray or blue, the white or pale yellowish. Those clouds look so cool. I just had this thought that like clouds are just the sea upside down. I don't even know if that makes sense. Sounds kind of cool though. Clouds, the sky. Maybe like in a reverse manner. I don't know what my mind was thinking. Maybe it's still not working. Still full of brain fog and random thoughts and ideas. Oh, I'm trying to decide. I think I'm gonna go lay over there in the grass. I don't know, I kind of want the mountains though. Man, let's see. I cannot decide. I want all of it. Now, as we could see from the picture I posted this morning, albeit like very narrow and could hardly see it, But the color in the sky this morning was just so pretty and pink. And then the mountains here will also reflect that color too, and either be like a purple or a pink. And that's what they were this morning. So I was trying to capture that at the same time, just being too lazy to really capture it. This would be a great spot too. I think I'm gonna hang out here for a second. Makeshift view of the outfit for today. Love this shirt. It is an assault girl shirt. And I love how she's just carrying a bloody heart. Like, you know, it kind of just goes with my whole heart theme. But then just have on some simple little maroon leggings to match. I got dressed though. Wow. Trust me, I was not trying to pick out an outfit to wear today, being it was like after 6, almost 7, but I did it. And a bleach spot, of course, but it kind of matches. And this material is just so incredibly soft. I also want to point out this shirt did not used to fit me like this. It was much tighter. So we can see it did get looser as I wore it today, but definitely fits a lot better than it did before, which is nice. Just over a mile and still no color in the sky as we arrive back at the car, but not a big deal. I'm still gonna hang out and see if it is gonna change. And another heart there on its side. Just laying here on this bench at the park, waiting for the sky to change. It sure is taking its time right now. My view from laying here on the bench. It's really not doing too much today. Nothing back here where the mountains are. There we go, it's starting. Yes. And as much as I wanted a view of the mountains, there's just no color over there. It's all on the right side, the north side. And a little bit out there to the east. So that was pretty fast. The colors faded there, but now we have some off to the left side here. Really expected a little bit more, but I really also think that the angle today I think there was probably a lot more of the sky covered with color, but the hill may be blocking it. I don't know. But we got a little bit of it still. Does anybody else love this as much as I do? Just so incredibly cool and beautiful, and I love how our world is just constantly changing. I like how that little cloud has a hint of pink, purple. I have this mini molten cake from Chili's from the 17th that I didn't eat yet, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut it in half, because I'm not going to eat all of it. I normally really don't have a sweet tooth. So cutting that in half, we can see that center there, yum. I'm going to put it in the air fryer for just a few minutes like this. The other half I'm just going to stick back in the fridge. Now, I do have, what is this, chocolate? Yeah, chocolate. Some caramel or caramel. And I don't know what this was. Maybe whipped cream. Let's see. Oh my God, it was the ice cream. This makes me so sad right now because I wanted ice cream with this so bad. And so I was going to have an ice cream with it. But the only ice cream I had was that strawberry shortcake ice cream. And I didn't want to do that because I'm also going to add one of these Snickers peanut butter squares. I'm going to essentially just chop it up really quick. So I didn't want to use the strawberry ice cream because I was like, that's just way too many weird flavors. And I do love my variety. But no, I'm not doing all that. So I've got this. I mean, at least I do have some ice cream. I'm going to throw that in the freezer. I'm like going to put this whole thing on hold and see if I can get this to firm up a little bit. Giving it a good shake too before I put it in the freezer. Oh, there's a bunch of deer outside. Oh, I missed them. It was the baby deers again. Okay, ice cream in the freezer. I wanted to touch on a couple of things. So the first one being that I know I mentioned rehab, and I want to do this on my own. I know I can do it, right? I want to believe I can do it on my own. So I have been thinking about essentially like practicing sobriety, right? So like, for example, today I practiced sobriety. I didn't do anything, thankfully, even though I was very tempted this morning because, again, just really tired and wanting to sleep, but I didn't do anything. So practicing sobriety today, I was thinking of, like, I want to say challenging myself to, be as sober as possible these next couple of weeks, and really allowing that to be the determining factor as far as if I'm going to seek help further. Because again, I can do this. It's really just about making consistently making better choices, right? And choosing sobriety more often than not. So that's where I am with that. So I also wanted to point out, I do plan on getting on the scale tomorrow. It's interesting because I know I've been weighing more these past couple of weeks. But like my clothes fit so much differently. Even these leggings that I have on, I did not think they were going to fit and they would be like funky when I walked. But they've been great. And so I feel like overall my body is still changing, but it's not reflecting on the scale. And a part of me isn't too worried about that because I think it was the month of May, I actually ended up gaining a pound for the entire month of May. But we can see in my before and after photos, because I shared them in the June challenge, where I definitely lost weight. So I'm not really focusing on like God, at this point, I think it's like an 8-pound weight gain between the past 2 weeks, because I do feel like my body is still getting smaller, right? So that's why I'm not too concerned. But I also know for me, it is a matter of accountability. I need to get on that scale every week, because what I've noticed for myself is that when I don't get on the scale, it's like ignorance, right? Ignorance is bliss until I'm like 300 pounds. That's not going to work and just super uncomfortable. So it's really about being accountable and, just tracking that, making sure I am staying on track. And talking about track, this next week, I really am going to make a lot of valid efforts to get back on track. For example, getting fasting back on track. Although that may not happen tomorrow exactly, but if anything, at least a 12 to 13 hour fast, and just kind of easing back into all of the healthier habits, right? The lower carb eating. And again, not exactly tomorrow. I'm going to allow myself to ease back into the things I've really allowed to just fall apart these past couple of weeks. So like the fasting, the low carb. And for me, fasting is really such a great tool, because when I'm fasting and I'm adhering to the fasts, I won't drink alcohol after a certain point normally, right? So it can be really helpful for me. It helps provide a lot of discipline too. So just some goals for the upcoming week, certainly to get back on track. And it's interesting too, because in my June videos, I had one day where I was not sober, but I got right back on track, and I kept preaching, just get back on track, just get back on track. You can do it. And I'm like, gosh, it's taking me weeks to get back on track, So maybe it's good to show that sometimes getting back on track can be that quick. It can happen in, the very next day, because again, it really does just boil down to the choices we make. But I think it's good to see that, if you don't get back on track the very next day or a week later, maybe 2 weeks later, essentially the point being, it's never too late to get back on track. So a lot of goals, healthier habits being set for this week with a lot of intention behind them, that I know I want to be better. I do want to be better. I've not been proud of the behavior I've been sharing. Wasn't proud that YouTube flagged my video. That was very sad. And certainly not proud that these behaviors really don't advocate great, right? They don't. And that's my name everywhere. So I'd better start acting as such. And it's not that I don't. And, the whole advocate great is more than just the behaviors. It's a lot of different things. But it certainly is a focus on the greatness that we can all be, and that is inside of us, whether it be through healthier habits, through pursuing our passions, just whatever the greatness is for you, pursuing that great person you are, and advocating for yourself, speaking up. So kind of boils down to a lot of different things, but I am going to check on the ice cream. It is getting late, 8:49, and this is why I'm like, well, it may not be a long fast overnight into tomorrow, because we're gonna probably get up tomorrow, have some breakfast, go get Zombies art from Canyon City. It was in an art show down there. Do a walk in Canyon City, and also do a drive. I cannot remember what it's called. Maybe Skyline Drive. It's basically a one-way, super narrow drive on the top of a cliff, like a random hill in Canyon City. So stay tuned for that tomorrow, but let's check on the ice cream. So gonna give that ice cream a few more minutes, and then I'll be back to put this dessert together, eat it, and then fast. Going to have a few bites of this teriyaki chicken, mushroom chicken, some chow mein, and fried rice. Still have my dessert on hold, and I found some Rolos, so I'm gonna take one of those and chop that up too. Update on the dessert situation. It is going to be put on hold until tomorrow. So that's what's going on here. It's just 11:09 right now, p.m. And, you know, what time am I going to be done eating if I eat this? So this is going on hold. Stay tuned. I did want to eat less carbs starting tomorrow, but we'll see. But putting the dessert on hold. What are you doing?
Me?
I heard the fortune cookie.
Oh no. Nuts.
Let's open it. Let's see what... Oh, the tea. And I thought it was a fortune cookie. I know how you like to read your fortune, but not eat the cookie. Do you need glasses?
Just to try.
You got it. Here, I'll read it. Hold it in front of the camera, please. Okay, it says, a satisfying career is a worthwhile pursuit. Now, for the variety of K8 Hearts today, starting with the one from the map tracker for my walk. As we can see, it's a heart shaped there. I didn't even realize that, so it was really cool to end my walk and see this heart shape. It does kind of look like if the heart had arms, they'd be flared out to the side. But just wanted to share, you know, that this is the primary heart for July 20th, 2025. Now, these additional hearts are super cool too, and will be posted at some point to the K8 Heart Project on Instagram. Check that out. I do want to, of course, thank you all so much for your time today and for watching. Okay, almost like a broken heart now. That was it for today. I swear, is that another heart? Yep, look. My goodness. And this is exactly why I created the K8 Heart Project, is to capture all of these because I see them just so incredibly frequently.